The head of the UN's HIV and AIDS program is pushing for Canada to reverse its planned cuts to foreign aid. Officials say with rising inequality making it difficult for people to obtain the help they need, countries like Canada need to continue support global health programs. This comes after Prime Minister Mark Carney previously announced cuts to Canada's funding for the Global Fund to fight AIDS. To discuss this further, let's now invite Lloyd Axworthy, former Foreign Affairs Minister under John Chrétien. Sir, good afternoon and thank you for your time.
Nice to be here. Thank you.
The government made its intentions very clear in the budget a few weeks ago with its planned cuts to foreign aid and global health funding. But this plea that's coming in now, sir, how does that look for Canada?
Well, I think it just reinforces a serious question about our ability to be an effective player internationally. This is the trend line, actually, that we're into, where we're kind of going right of center in a number of policies. So here's the trade-off. We're risking much higher levels of violence and conflict and inequality and climate problems in order to sort of support border security and things of that kind. And it's a basic classic case of prevention versus enforcement.
Carney government has argued, sir, since the budget was made public, that the aid cut brings spending back in line with Canada's pre-pandemic allocations. But times have changed, as we know. World order is being questioned. How would you like to see Canada move ahead in terms of combating all that you just mentioned?
Oh, well, I mean, that's a fairly sort of awkward comparison for Mr. Carney to make, because our level of aid before we were down in the lower sort of numbers of developed countries. Now, I think these latest cuts will, I think at best estimate, take us about the 15th in the level of developed countries. So we have the only country that we're ahead of in terms of our reductions in aid is the United States. And that's no big, great measure to evaluate. So I think that it's a shift in policy. I think that Canadians now have to understand that this is quite a substantial moving away from the kind of liberal internationalism that wasn't just for reasons of altruism. It was because we thought the best way of providing security for Canada is to make sure that the rest of the world has more stability, more equality, ability to fight climate, to support health. These are all issues that I think we're now basically abandoning.
And so with this step back, you know, whether it's the United States or now Canada, which other countries do you see step up to sort of make that mark globally?
Not many. I think we're part of a general trend line internationally. I think Norway still keeps its numbers fairly high. Even Germany does. So other countries are managing to deal with security, military security threats. But one of the major problems here is that there wasn't really any debate about it. I mean, Canadians weren't given an opportunity. The problem with international development is it doesn't have a natural constituency, you know, that's worried about its direct spending. But there should have been a serious discussion. I think in Parliament, again, that's what Parliament should be for, is to look at these major changes in policy and find if there's a basic area of accommodation or response. So it came in the budget. It's part of a budget bill. People wanted to support a budget bill. And as a result, we're going to have a substantial cutback in our development aid. And I think that will have a real impact in terms of our contribution to making the world a more secure, stable place.
Lloyd Axworthy, former Foreign Affairs Minister under John Chrétien. Sir, appreciate your time. Thank you for joining us.
Nice to be here. Thank you.